Hi friends, it has been a while since I made my last video. I've been enjoying my life and the things that have been coming up, and the things that have been coming up have been unexpected and wonderful and nice, and that is kind of what I was going to share with you today, is the power of intention. I've made it a practice where when my kids and I are on our way to school, in the car in the morning, we try to think of things we're grateful for, and then also think of things that we want to set our intentions for the day. So go through a quick gratefuls. There's usually some silliness and, okay guys, well, what's your intention for the day? And for the last couple of months it's been like, well, Mom, what's an intention? And every day I just explain it again, and then I give my own. And I just have to say that it's been really amazing to me what has shown up, and the power of intention is so huge. Like, just putting it out there and then letting it go. So not having any attachment to any kind of outcome, but just saying, you know, I want to experience something new today. That's my intention. I want to experience something new. I said that this morning, actually, and I went running just like I usually do, and I very rarely see anybody else on the trail that I go on. If not, you know, it's somebody else running or walking their dog, nothing out of the norm. And today I ran into this group of kindergartners that are on this trip that they do, this annual field trip that they do through, I know my kids' school, probably other schools too. And it's all about educating about water conservation, and teaching them about the Verde River that we have here in the Verde Valley, and how important it is to our ecosystem and our life. And it's a cool field trip, and the lady that runs it, her name is Ms. H2O, and she's just awesome. I hope I'm half as cool as her when I'm her age. And she saw me running up, and she was like, "Hey, looking good." And she was like, "Hey," she looks at the tattoos because they're very distinguishable. And she's like, "I remember you." And she's like, everybody, she's a pro. She's done this twice." And she's like, "Oh, thanks. Hi, guys." And she gave me a big old hug. And then she went on, and the kids were walking by, and they'd like smile, wave, and I was like, "Hi, guys." And then the last four kids, these four little girls, one by one, they came up and they gave me these big hugs, like, "You're pretty," and, "Oh, there." I mean, they were so precious. They're so cute. And, I mean, experience, right, like, that I wasn't at all expecting to have today. Couldn't have possibly created that in my mind, and it just made my heart swell with gratitude. It was just like, oh, like, it hurts. It's so cute. And those are the moments that I love. Those are the moments that I live for, like this unexpected joy that can come into your life. And sometimes it's unexpected ick, but you know, whatever, take it as it comes. So getting intentional, it's super powerful. Try it. You know, invite your kids to do it, or just you, but set an intention for your day. Like, what do I want to happen today? I mean, the possibilities are endless, and that's where, like, we get stuck. We get really, really stuck on this idea of what our mind can possibly comprehend, and the thing is that our minds can only comprehend what we've actually experienced already. And that is so small compared to the infinite possibilities of what can happen. And that's been something that keeps coming up in my life, that I keep seeing as this reminder of, like, you know, I start to get heady about things, and, well, I just want to control it, right? And I just have to let go. And when I do, it's like, who saw that coming? Wow, there's no way I could have thought of that as a potential solution to this problem, or a means of creating something or manifesting something that you want. Manifestation, it's a word that people cringe at sometimes. Like, "Oh, you crazy hippies?" Yes. Hey, you know, if it works, more power to you, right? And that goes for all things. No judgment. I love you all and all of your beliefs and practices. For example, I didn't have a kayak paddle. I had a kayak, but I didn't have a kayak paddle. and I just put it out there. I was like, all right, I need a kayak paddle. I don't want to buy one. It's just going to show up. Why not? And I believed it, but I also just let it go, you know, and I was in this space in my life where, I mean, I was just so, yeah, of course that can happen. And I'm returning to that space now, and it's amazing. And so, I mean, weeks go by since I put this out there, just like, kayak paddle. And I go to the river with a friend, and I'm sitting there and enjoying this really cool sensation that I get when I'm really like cheat up and high on life. And not from drugs, I swear, I don't do those. But just like breath work, and then you start, like, your chi is built, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like watching these gold sprinklies like on the outsides of my, like, you know, the peripheral vision is just like these gold sprinklies, and I'm just like, I love my life. And then I catch in the corner of my eye this glimmer, and I'm like, what is that? And I walk over and in the like rush of the rapids of the water, there's this long black thing, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a kayak paddle. And I'm like, somebody drop. I mean, it's a stretch that people. I was like, somebody drop this. Okay, somebody drop this. I'm gonna walk back up. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna give it back to him. I mean, I'm not gonna keep it. That's rude. But I'm looking at it, and there's like the algae has started to form, and there's like a distinct line of where the water hits. I'm like, this has been here for a while. And I mean, come on, like, wow, right? And so I'm just like, wow, thank you. So I did. I walked back the whole trail back to the cars, and I made sure there was nobody that was there. So I took it, and I have a kayak paddle now. And I've experienced things like this so much in my life. And you can call it coincidence, and sure, call it coincidence. I don't care. But there's been so many of them in the last almost 2 years of my life since I've really gotten intentional and focused on what it is that I want and what I want to create. And I mean, try it. Like what's the harm? That's the thing. It's like, you might think but try it and see what happens. Because what harm could it do? I invite you to get really specific. I invite you to journal, write it down, you know? Like, I did that with a house. I wrote it down specifically. What I needed it to be, you know, for my kids, like a good place in this location, and what I desired in my home. And I was specific. And I put a date on it. And on that date, I got a text message from someone that said, hey, my roommate's moving out. And it fit all that criteria. I mean, the stuff just keeps happening, and it's amazing to me. And I want it to happen for you, and I want you to be amazed. I want you to be manifesting all these amazing things in your life. So get intentional. Try it and see what happens, and be specific. Why not? Too picky, too specific, you know, all these things like, well, yeah, no, do it. See what shows up. Why not, right? Just try it. So that's it for me today. I love you so very much. I hope that you have a wonderful, beautiful day, and I hope that you get intentional and something really magical shows up. Try it. Bye, friends.